Hello, friends, and welcome. To begin with, as artists and just people in general, our interest in love and fascination with nature is immense, as it is the source of many inspiration. And as many other great artists before us have stated, nature is the greatest teacher and artist to us all, and we have much to learn from her. That's why it's important to remember that our actions can have a big impact on the environment. The act of creating art is quite incredible and rewarding, and we can enjoy it while also being mindful to the environment. And that's why I wanted to share a few simple tips on how to be more eco-friendly as artists for the various mediums you can use, along with some alternative options. First medium I want to introduce is the acrylic paint. It's a medium that is heavily used today due to its easy use in being non-toxic for us. However, let me just say that just because it is non-toxic, it doesn't mean it is necessarily eco-friendly. So just keep that in mind, as many people seem to not know that. So if you need to use acrylic paint, perhaps for your painting because it gives you a certain effect that you need to convey your creation, here are some tips on how to do that more in a friendly way toward your local ecosystem. To begin with, don't throw the acrylic water you used into the sink, because acrylic paint is made out of plastic, which is harmful to the environment. In fact, it lasts for years in the environment, and even when it slowly degrades, microplastic is typically left over and end up both in the ecosystem and possibly our drinking supply. So instead of throwing it, let the water dry. Then it should be safe to dispose of the rest of the solid plastic that is left over from that. And there are also packaged solutions you could use, like Cash Paint Solid. Now, you could also filter and reuse the water for painting in your future sessions, instead of just simply getting rid of it. You could also reach out to your local art school or college community to learn and gain help for how to dispose of acrylic paint and other materials in an eco-friendly manner. In fact, they might have facilities or systems you could use to dispose of your waste without harming the local ecosystem. Moving over, for alternative medium, there aren't exactly always eco-friendly either. It will depend on the ingredients used and how it is disposed of. So just keep that in mind as we go through them. First medium that I want to introduce is water-based oil, because I know many people, especially those who are new to art, are always excited to start painting, particularly with oils. But traditional oil that uses solvents such as torpinite or mineral spirits are both toxic to the environment and to us artists ourselves. So I highly discourage, especially for beginners, to use traditional oil. Instead, water-based oil, which is a new medium in many ways, is generally more eco-friendly and much more safer for artists as well. Water-based oil typically uses water as a solvent instead of harmful chemicals, making it less toxic and easier to clean up. Now, the second medium I wanted to introduce you to is our egg tempera medium. In fact, this medium is a very old and traditional painting medium that was used during the Renaissance period. It is made of egg yolk, water, and powdered pigment. Unlike traditional and acrylic paint, which is again made out of plastic for acrylic paint, egg tempera is non-toxic and more biodegradable, which means it's much more friendlier to the environment. It doesn't last for 200 years or so. Last few tips that can help you to keep your painting sessions as friendly as possible toward the environment, regardless of what medium you choose, it would be to always take care of your brushes by cleaning them up after every session. And instead of using paper towels, I encourage you to use an old rag in your painting sessions. Also, to have your paint last much longer so that you might use it later, I encourage you to use slow dry mediums whenever it's needed, particularly when it comes to acrylic paint, and store it in the refrigerator by using containers. This will keep your paint fresh for whenever you decide to do your next session. Finally, always reuse and repurpose materials. And with that, happy painting.